We just landed on the moon in a Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man began, hustle to greatness. Elon's on the phone, he got our wallets, a spaceship, but diaries for free. That's if you want to attain it. Spreadsheet can't leak if it ain't coming with payments now. I give the blueprint to build, making the moon a plan. I went from being a lunatic to a lunar land. You day to day it, you make it no matter who the man. My chart is shooting in, tell me if it's cool to land. From my ICOs, my coins points mushroom like Marios. I might take it to Mars, my portfolio could bring my whole entourage like I'm Arigo. Because moon in the Lambo, ain't a hater who presume where we can't go. Lambos pulling up in twos like it's tango. Up in the clouds with my crew like I'm Lando. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man who diary the game plan. They can't stand. We fly where they can't land. Lifestyle so good I gotta write down. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Made man who diary the game plan. They can't stand. We fly where they can't land. Lifestyle I never gotta lie about. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Yeah, I wasn't always a celebrity. Had to do right till
Smash
I
that
left you a legacy. Blood, sweat, and tears on this trail like a Cherokee. Business had a mission like Apollo and so heavenly. Mercy Alago or Galata with the leather seats. How should I roam from my home through the 7 seas? If one day this wasn't built, I'm not Romulus. Grind till you sitting on a bill with no monikers. This for my mama, I turned up with no thermometers. I strain day after night like the Andromeda. I know what time it is, looking in the sky to lift my spirits and my spirits. I don't whine, I just grind.
Because it's Monday morning, and you know, wherever you are, welcome. And if you're still going to your day job, you should be fired up. You should be fired up. You should be like getting up every morning. You should be getting up at 4 in the morning. Right? You should be fired up to get the F out of wherever you have to go every day. Man, I remember when I was waking up Monday morning, I would get this sick feeling in my stomach. Sunday afternoon, and I'm thinking I've got to go to work tomorrow. And then it just motivated every single day of the hour. I would get motivated, it you know, eventually that thought pushed me to you know, where I am today. And I remember going to work, and I would have these people come to work. You know, as you come to work on the Sunday, on the Monday morning, you know, you have your little chat. Oh, you know, how was your weekend? What'd you do on the weekend? Blah, blah, blah. And people would say to me, oh, you know, I went and played golf. You know, I went away for the weekend up to Noosa. You know, went down the Gold Coast, went to this, went to that, you know, and this is their weekend, right? So this is their goal, to get away the 2 days they have off. And they would ask me, and I wouldn't say anything. I would say, oh, just not much. That's what I would say, because they wouldn't understand what I was doing. What I was doing for the last 2 days was trying to figure out ways to get the hell out of my job. I don't want to be at my job. I don't want to be at my job at Monday morning telling people how I'm a fantastic weekend. I want to have every single day a fantastic weekend. And it took a long time to get to this point, but eventually I did, because you get what you think most of the time. All right? You get what you think most of the time. That's what you'll receive. So what you're thinking most of the time in your head, eventually you're going to figure out a way, consciously or subconsciously, right? The universe is going to open up and it's going to show you the way to do it, right? Usually it's not the way that you think. And then eventually you figure it out. You put all the pieces of puzzle together. Sometimes they don't fit, sometimes you got to put the pieces of puzzle. Sometimes you got to sort of, make them fit. Sometimes they just don't fit the way you want it to fit. But soon after you make this piece of the puzzle, and in fact, you don't even really need the whole puzzle to go together. You just need enough of the puzzle to move you to the next level. And if the first stage for everyone is like, obviously, okay, how do I make enough income to leave my job? That was my first priority. I think that's what most people want. They want to be able to make enough income so then to go to their day job. All their bills are paid. They're still making enough or decent. And most people will probably just go like, well, I just want to replace my income from my job, and I'm quite happy to work from home. That's basically how it starts. But then obviously once you start, doing it, you start to leave your job, you get motivated, you just want to go to the next level, go to the next level, go to the next level. So you have to consistently improve yourself, consistently learn, and the fastest way to do this is to just get with the people that are already there, and you're going to get to that level. Now, it does take time, all right? It does take time. And this morning I was watching, hey Peng, hey Tommy, Sakat, hey Gary, how you guys going this morning, or good afternoon, or good night? Today I was watching a live stream from my boy E82, and I was watching this video that he did, right? And it was just it sort of gave me chills, because I totally get this young man's journey, and totally feel I know exactly what he's going through, right? And he just gets it. He just gets it now, because we all want things to come when we want them to come, right? We all want success. We all want this. We all want that, right? But that's never the case, all right? That's never the case. We want to make money online. We want to become a millionaire by this set date. We put this false kind of timeline that we should become millionaires by 6 months time or years time or whatever, or whatever, right? But we've never become a millionaire. So how are we putting this false timeline out there, right? And then it all just goes to shit. It doesn't work out. And this is all the things, right? But part of success, guys, I've been doing this shit for freaking 10 years, all right? I've pretty much seen everything, and I've pretty much done it. And dude, I was doing these things that I thought were ethical, these high risk programs, and I thought this is the way to make money, right? And my first thing that I ever done to make money online, actually, you guys post the first thing that you ever done to make money online. What's the first thing that you ever did to make money online, even if it was, like the first thing that you did to try to make money online, whether you made money online with it or not? What was the first thing that you tried to, what's the first thing that you did online? And then there's a whole bunch of things that you could have done, right? And I'll tell you what, the first thing I ever did to try to make money online, and I failed at it, right? So anyway, going back to my boy E82, saw him in Singapore, and also Tommy as well. These guys came from New York City all the way to Singapore, and that business at the time was going well, but then it caved in. But the thing was, right, what it taught us when we went to Singapore was, it just gave us conviction. It just even strengthened what we were doing. It wasn't the fact that we were going to this event that was in the program we were at the time. That was not the real goal. That was not the purpose. The real purpose was, hey, this is an opportunity. I need to do this. I need to get to the next level, and I did what I had to do to get to the next level. I bought my ticket, I bought my flights, and I bought my accommodation. I spent a lot of money to get there. This thing didn't work out, but now I have the plan, right? It's like this, when they have these cattle and they get this branding iron, and then they brand their cattle with this hot branding iron, which they put into the fire. See, most people are walking around, they don't even have any type of blueprint or nothing, right? Their conviction is weak. They're still going to their day job. Okay, I understand you have to go to your day job. They're just walking around senselessly, aimlessly. They don't have a plan. They don't even have goals. They haven't even written down their goals. They're just in the dark, in the blind, trying to feel their way. They don't even have any type of direction. But what this taught us in Singapore was like, I'm going to put my stamp. I'm going to make my draw the line in the sand that I'm going to do this. So it's just like this branding thing. It's just branded into your brain, on your forehead, and saying, boom, success. I'm going to get there. So this whole experience of doing this is what it taught the people there. It taught the people that, if I want to achieve my goal, it's going to take money. It's going to take effort. It's going to make me do things that are uncomfortable, right? And then when Ennis was there, he rocked up. He even spoke on stage. I was there. I was speaking on stage. It was just an amazing experience. We met heaps of people. We'll never forget this experience. Even though this business didn't work out, right? Through the act of doing this, it just strengthened my belief. And he was like, I am doing the right thing. I am, this is what I want to do with my life. Just the vehicle that, we had at the time just wasn't sufficient, right? But I now have the tools, right? I now have the people there that can help me. I can lean on. I have the tools. I have the conviction. I have everything that I need to be successful. All I have to do is apply, right? And I'm not going to get there the first time. I'm going to fail. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to fail. I'm going to pick myself up. But at some point in time, it is inevitable, right? It is inevitable. And this is my conviction. This is the people's conviction that went to this event. It's a done deal, right? I'm picking my Lambo color. I'm picking the house I want. I'm picking, I want this amount of money in my bank account, right? It's a done deal, right? That's the way I think. It's a done deal, right? It's just a matter of time. And this is what people do not understand, all right? They're not patient enough, right? For success, there is one ingredient that has to come with it, and that is time. You cannot have success without time. You need time, things to marinate, to go into place, right? Because the route is already set for you. It's just you have to travel down it. And for you to get from A to Z, it doesn't happen like in 2 weeks, 3 months, a year. Sometimes it takes 5 or 10 years. But if you stop half the way through that path, through that journey, you never reach the end destination. See, whatever you think, if there's a higher source, if there's a higher being or someone that is looking over you, whatever you believe in, God, or you believe in whatever you believe in, right? They're looking down at you laughing because they're like, dude, just keep going straight. What the F are you doing? Get back up and keep going straight. All you got to do is just go through the motions and just keep on going forward, and you're going to get to your destination. What you crave and what you desire this whole time is already in front of you, right? You just got to keep on going forward, and eventually you're going to reach it. So they'll pick you up, they'll slap you, they'll give you whatever you need to do. They'll motivate you through pain, right? Because pain is the biggest motivator. They'll motivate you through pain. They'll slap you and get up and say, you dumbass, get back up and keep going forward. Because your destination is already in front of you. It's just how bad do you want it. For me, it was just a done deal, right? It was just a done deal because I craved it and I wanted it so bad that I would get sick in my stomach when I would go to work. I would get sick and looking at management, looking at my boss. Nothing personal. It's just that what they represented, right? They represented that I was like this person that was, underneath them, that I would never amount to anything, that I was only worth what I was paid, right? They have no clue on where I am today and how much I make, right? I make more than every single person in that establishment. There's over 150. There was about 100 staff in that establishment. I make more than all of them, right? I wouldn't say I make more than all of them combined, but I would say I make more than every single one of them, right? Except probably the boss, because the boss was like, he was probably making 2 or 3, 4 million a year. But I'll get there soon, right? So you get what you think of the most. You get what you think of the most. Brian Tracy said that. So whatever you desire and you think about the most, at some point in time, you will achieve that. But you've got to write your goals. You've got to be persistent. You've got to put in the work. Many people in Singapore made the conviction, made the step to get on that plane and then eventually, spoke on stage, and it was a life-changing experience for all of us, right? But now we already, we don't need, when we wake up in the morning, we don't need motivation, right? This is what this branding on, this is what this does to you. You wake up, we don't need motivation, right? We're just going to go out and get it done. We don't need motivation. I don't know if I can. Forget that bullshit, right? We're going to get there, all right? We're going to get there. And yes, we have our ups and downs, right? Everyone has the ups and downs. Every single day, it's like, but you know what? As you go through this journey, you just have to understand that disappointments are part of it. When you understand that, when you accept, not everything's going to come your way when you want it to. Everything will come your way, right? Everything will come your way. Everything that you ever wanted in your life will come your way, right? Does anyone know the answer? When you deserve it and when you put in the work. Period. When you deserve it, when you put in the work, period. So have you put in the work? Do you deserve it yet? Can you say to yourself, and you look in the mirror and say, you know what, I put in the work. I didn't get the result I wanted, but I put in the work. But I know that if I keep on putting the work, at some point in time, I will get that desired result. But see, here's the thing. When you put in the work and you don't get the desired result that you want, you still get the desired result. It's just not the desired result you want. Okay? But it's the desired result that you need to move forward. Even though you don't see it at the time. You see it as a failure. But it's not. And this is the whole thing that you learn through this journey. When you have failure upon failure upon failure, what it's doing to you, it's testing your character and saying, have you got what it takes to move forward? Or you're going to stay at your day job and you make your, 30 or 40,000 a year, which is fine. That's good money. Don't get me wrong. Do you deserve it? Because at this point in time, I don't think you deserve it. You don't want to put in the work. You just kind of want it. But when it's time to do the work, when the rubber hits the road, you flake, you weak, right? You don't want to do the work, right? So you say you want it, but you just kind of want it. When it's time to do the things that are uncomfortable in your life, you don't really want it now. You put these roadblocks in front of you, right? So when I see people say, they want to they want this and that, and they want this and that. Well, what have they done? What things have they done? What things that they've done that's made them uncomfortable to move them forward? This young man on the screen now, I'm telling you now, it's a done deal for him, right? He's gone through a lot. But if he just keeps pushing forward, at some point he's going to have a massive breakthrough. And it's going to be like raining. It's like the money's just going to come to you. You can't stop it. It's an incredible feeling. You're just like in a zone, and you can't even stop it. You're just such on a high that all of a sudden the things just come to you in your life. But you got to put in the work, right? No one wants to do the work. No, you have to do the things that are uncomfortable. And that's just life, guys. That's just how it works. So once you understand that, accept it, and just go, you know what? I'm going to have to do things that are uncomfortable in my life, but I'm going to get everything that I ever wanted, everything that I ever desired. If I put in the work, I will deserve those things. So if you haven't got those things in your life at the moment, you haven't put in the work, you don't deserve it at this point in time. But if you keep on working hard, at some point in time, you will get those things. All right? It took me 10 years, 9 years. It took me 9 years to get there. So if you're at like 1 year or 2 years and you're still going, oh my God, oh, I'm not even there. I mean, oh my God, I just joined this program and then last week I'm not making any fucking money, you know, and it's only been a week. Oh, it's a scam. And then you join the next program, you join the next program. If you're in a program 6 months and you just break even or you haven't made any money, oh my God, it's a scam. Nearly 10 years I've been doing this shit, right? So you will hit a lot of roadblocks. So go back to my question, right? What was my first thing I ever done? Hey Fatima, hey Farid. The first thing I've ever done was a doubler. All right, that was the first thing I ever done, guys. You guys put a doubler. Hey Fatima. All right, a doubler was sorry, not a doubler, a randomizer. Sorry, doubler came after that. It was a randomizer script. That was my first thing. At the time, there was eGold. All right, if you guys remember eGold. All right, so CV says CTC was his first. Carrot bars. All right, that's still working. Quickstar, aka Amway. Yeah, there's many things Amway. There's a couple other things that were had an Amway thing, but you know what? They're still going. Drop shipping, says Jordan. Many things. Okay, so yeah. So the first thing I ever did was a randomizer. And if you guys remember eGold, eGold was a big thing back then. It was like a digital. It was probably one of the first digital currency kind of things that transferred the equivalent in gold. And it had this script, and it was a randomizer script. So all you had to do was buy into this thing, and someone randomly got a payment. It was huge back then. This is going back 2004. So I was offline for probably about 2 years at a time. Then 2 years I came back. 2 years. But yeah, if you compacted everything, probably about 10 years. But yeah, this is 2004, 2006, I think. I kind of remember. Man, Bitcoin wasn't even around. Bitcoin wasn't even around when I was doing that. So, you know, I bought my first internet marketing course in 2004. That's the first time I bought my. Then I went offline. Had an offline business. So, but I always came back to the internet. But yeah, that's when I bought my first internet marketing course. And it was in 2004. Right. So it's been a long journey for me, guys. Very long journey. So yeah, for you guys out there that are, you know, been in this space for 1 year, 2 years, you're nothing. You're just puppies. You're just a puppy, right? If you can achieve success in less than, and I think it's never been easier now, because all the people that have come before you are already telling you what to do. They've already laid the success formula out there, right? So you should be able to achieve it sooner. If you do it, if you get to the desired income that you want in less than 10 years, you're full time, you got 6 figures coming in, 7 figures coming in, or whatever you want to do, right? In other words, you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about a job. You got money. You're making money online full time. You don't have a day job, and you're comfortable with all the money you're coming in, right? You know, I guess that's probably the pinnacle, the point at that point in time. And you achieve it less than 10 years, then you're doing really, really well. Chris did Herbalife. Then you're doing really, really well. So yeah, don't sweat it. Just put in the work. Just stay the course, and at some point in time, you will achieve some sort of success, because you get what you think most of the time. All right, that's what happens. If you want to leave your job, and that's all you can ever think of, you want to make money online to replace your job, and that's all you think of, where you dream it, you think of it consciously in the daytime, and subconsciously you dream it, then at some point you'll figure it out. That's just how it is. Alright? Took me a long time to do it. So, Bitcoin, don't sweat it, guys. There has to be a correction at some point. Alright? Ethereum, Ripple, you know, Neo's at an all-time low. You know, not an all-time low, but it's cheap now. All right, Tron, you know, we've had the fluctuation here, so now one chain it's at $4.13. I'm waiting for it to go lower than that. We saw a bit of a run by Tron, back down to $4, probably because the Bitcoin's dipped. And BNB, it's too late for this one, guys. I didn't sell. It was about $3.50 or something. I'm like, and then I'm still holding it. So I could have sold, and maybe I could have picked up another 30 or 40 coins, but that's okay. You know, I bought in at I bought these at $8, I think. I'll have to double check my stats. So I'm already ahead, guys. You know, I'm with BNB. So so with the cloud mining, I just want to talk a little bit about cloud mining. I came across this. You know, I didn't even know about this. I mean, all I do is Genesis. I'm not an affiliate of this. I'm just bringing this to your attention. All right, I've never used this. I'm giving you a link, nothing. I'm just showing you. This one here looks legit. CCG mining. But again, if you look at this, CCG mining, Hashflare, and then you look at Genesis mining, the one that's the most profitable with the Genesis mining is the Bitcoin. It's an open-ended Bitcoin. That's the only one you should be buying. This Hashflare one, use this discount with the 30%. This one here is not even, it's just profitable. I think it's like $83 or $83 to buy into this one, and then you're gonna make around about $95 or something. It's just profitable, right? So with these cloud mining things, right? Obviously, if you would have got into early, you'd be laughing, right? Because it was cheaper back then. You could buy cloud mining. You could buy, like, you know, there was always contracts available on Genesis mining, and you didn't have to fight with the rest of the crowd. But now, with the relationships that Genesis mining have with you know, client programs, these guys are sucking up all the hash power. So Genesis mining are basically, you know, either pre-selling their Bitcoin mining contracts, or they're never going to go live again. Just the demand is too high. So even this Hashflare one it's just not profitable. If you're looking at for a ROI, it's just profitable, this one, with the 30% discount. These guys here, I haven't even looked at them. And there's a bunch of them out there as well. I don't even know about this one, so I can't validate that they're the real deal. But you know, I've watched a couple of review videos on it. They seem pretty legit. But these are GPU rigs. These GPU cards, they got 4,208 GPU cards. Just remember though, guys, that Bitmain are releasing an ASIC miner very soon. That are pretty much going to kill all this. So it's going to be a GPU mineable algorithm on a ASIC machine, ASIC chip. So anyone that's holding GPU, unless they switch their unless they fork or switch their algorithm, they'll have to fork to switch their algorithm. These GPU contracts are going to be redundant once Bitmain release their GPU ASIC machine, right? It's going to upset everyone. So I don't really know about these guys. I'm not affiliated with them, nor have I ever bought any contracts. I'm just bringing it to your attention. They seem legit from the reviews. this is just profitable by $10. You're going to make about $12 a year from this contract with the 30% discount. And this Genesis Mining, the only one that's profitable was the BTC contract, which is pretty much you can't get unless you pre-sale. Now, these are still profitable if you hodl. The only way that you're going to make money with these cloud, it's getting to a point that it's going out to, you could get your return on investment back in the day in about 180 days, so 6 months or so. Now it's blowing out to 8 months, 10 months. Soon it's going to be 12 months for a BTC contract. Soon it's going to be more and more. It's getting further and further away because as the difficulty goes up. So you should have got into Genesis Mining nearly 2 years ago like I did. That's when it was profitable. I made over 100 grand so far just on the BTC mining contract for Genesis Mining buying the terahash. But the thing is this, you guys were sort of late to the party with these cloud mining services, right? You're late to the party with it. You should have got involved 18 months ago. Then you would have been laughing. But it is still profitable if you hodl. In other words, now BTC is 8,400. When BTC was 20,000, I was making about $500 a day with the existing contracts, and I hadn't bought contracts for like 4 months. So just the existing contracts that I had, I was making $500 a day through Genesis Mining. Now, the difficulty goes up, so as the price of Bitcoin has dropped, meaning the value of my payout is dropped, the difficulty is going up. So it's working both ways in the opposite direction. See, when the difficulty still goes up, but the value of Bitcoin exceeds it, then these things are going to be profitable. So for long term, for Hashflare, for Genesis Mining, for this one here, if it's legit, right? If you buy BTC SHA-256, it will be profitable only if you hodl and only if, like, when you get the Bitcoin, do not sell it. It's the only way you're going to be profitable with it. Just mine it and keep it. Do not sell it. All right? When BTC goes up to 20,000, and rumors that, it could go to 30, 40, 50, and 60,000, possibly 70,000 at the end of the year, this BTC contracts that you're purchasing now through Genesis Mining, it's going to be worth a lot of money every day. So when this BTC contract goes up to 20,000, I could be at $500 a day. When it goes to 40,000, I could be at $1,000 a day. When it goes to 60,000, I could be up to $1,500 a day. If it goes to 80,000, I get up to $2,000 a day. And when it goes to 100,000, BTC goes to 100,000, which won't happen this year. Could happen in 2019 late or mid. I'll be making $2,500 a day with the existing terahash that I have through Genesis Mining. So the question is this: if you're involved in cloud mining services, the only way that you're going to be profitable is if you hodl, and you're going to make some return on investment, but you're not going to be as profitable as it was back in the day. Where you're going to make your profit if you hodl BTC now, and it's going to be worth a lot of money, which I believe it will be worth a lot of money, and it's only 2 years away. 2020 is only going to be 2 years away, right? It's going to be worth a lot of money, guys, in my opinion. So yes, it's not as profitable now, but if you hodl and if you're patient, again, that patience, in 2 years' time, the BTC is going to be worth a lot of money, all right? In my opinion. It's not financial advice. So this is the only way you're going to win with these cloud mining services. You have to come in them with the hope that one day it's going to be worth a lot of money down the road, because now you're mining it and your profitability is not even that great, if any, right? But if you mine now and then later on down the track, in 2 years' time, it's going to be worth a lot of money. So are you willing to invest now for later on down the road in 2 years' time to reap the rewards? That's the question, right? Do you believe in BTC that later on down the road it's going to be worth a lot of money? So you're willing to invest now into cloud mining because it's kind of sucks the return on investment. that later on down the track in 2 years' time, that's going to be worth a lot. That's the bet you're taking, right? That's the bet you're taking with cloud mining. Because right now, they're pretty much shit. So, guys, today, don't forget to get on the webinar today. I'm going to show you a system, right, that I've actually known about this system, but haven't been able to pull haven't been able to put the parts together. Right, it was too hard for me to put the parts together. We did try it about 6 months ago, and it worked, but it just took too much time. The average Joe is not going to be able to do this. I mean, they could do it, but it's going to take a lot of time and resources and money to do it, and it's going to be it's literally going to do your head in to try to figure this out. All right, because technically to do it, it's very hard. You're going to need someone that knows technically expertise to be able to put this system together. Now, this system that we're putting together, it's pretty much already done. There's just a couple of steps for you to do to implement for you to be able to make that money. And this is the most, like right now, this blows cloud mining, what I just told you. This blows cloud mining out of the water, guys. All right? So 2 years ago, nearly 2 years, 22 months, I started Genesis Mining. I made over 100 grand profit from Genesis Mining. So I knew back then, when no one knew, that go on YouTube and have a look at my video. It's about 22 months. All right, my first Genesis Mining video. I knew back then that, you know, this has had potential, so I invested in it. Right? I got into rev shares. In the beginning, I made a lot of money for rev shares. All right, making 1.5 BTC a day through 2 programs, and BTC was about $2,000. So I was making about $2,000 a day. If that program was still around today, I'd be making $8,000 a day. When BTC was 20,000, I'd be making 20,000 a day. Obviously, it's not sustainable. And I've done many things with my offline business. When I had my offline business going, you know, that's how I made my first $1 million. Then I lost it all. All right. So, you know, I'm good at picking things that are ahead of the curve. And this particular system that is going to go, well, it's already live, and all you people in ICO Gold Rush will be able to see it tonight. You're in for a treat, because this is going to be right now. Some of the return on investments are anywhere from, yeah, and I don't want to hype it up, but some of them are anywhere from 1 month to 2 months, with being conservative, without being too risky. Some of the investments, okay, without giving away what it is. All right, I'm not going to give away what it is. ICO Gold Rush people will have first dips at this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, if it's still manageable, and we don't blow out all the slots that we have, then what's going to happen is we might offer this to the rest of the public. But right now, this is extremely profitable. All right, it blows cloud mining out of the water, and it blows traditional mining out of the water. All right, it's extremely profitable. And so my point is this: I'm good at figuring out what's profitable, getting into it before the masses get into it, and making a shitload of money before people kind of figure out, oh, hang on, NG Gavin was doing this 6 months ago, right? That's what I like doing, because once you guys figure out what this is and actually able to implement it, it's going to be game over for us. We're already made our money. So if you want to find out what it is and find out what the system that we're putting together, join ICO Gold Rush, because you're not going to have to pay any fees in the sense to get into the system. There are fees associated with the system, but you know, it needs those fees. They have to be paid for it to run. But the setup and everything, there's no setup fees for you peeps in ICO Gold Rush. But we're going to bring it to the public, and there will be a setup fee, and we're going to put this all together for the public. But that's later on down the track. After we make profits first, then we can show you, right? We can show you. You guys can get into it afterwards. which may be in another 2 or 3 weeks time. So all you people that are watching this now that are not in ICO Gold Rush, you're going to miss out on probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of profit before you get into it, right? So the less people that get into this, the better off, the more money that we as a group in ICO Gold Rush will make, right? And that's the way we kind of like it, right? We want less people, and this new system is it's kind of, I'm not really that worried about it because the masses can't do it. So we've got more time with this one. We've got probably a lot more time to make more profits with this one. All right. So for you ICO Gold Rush people, get on the webinar tonight. We're gonna your questions can be answered, and I'll tell you more about it. All right, on how to get into it. For those people that are watching it, that are outside ICO Gold Rush that are not in ICO Gold Rush, you're just gonna have to wait, possibly three weeks, maybe more, for us to make the money, to us to set it up, for us to make for ICO Gold Rush peeps to get first dib. And then if there's slots available, that we're only going to offer up enough slots, and it's going to be limited as well. So people are going to be chomping at this, wanting to get in, and they're not going to be able to, because these slots that we open up, in fact, the less people that get into it, we might only open up a certain amount of slots every sort of like week, right? And I know that sucks, but if you're an ICO Gold Rush, well, you get first dib at it. That's it. It's only a one-off fee. So I'm constantly looking for new opportunities. This is a crypto opportunity anyway. So this is going to go great with ICOs. While we buy into ICOs and wait for ICOs to go to market, we can have this as a passive income. So this is a passive income system, pretty much. It's a done for you passive income system. There's nothing to do, just the initial setup. There is a cost to it, right? But for the ICO Gold Rush people, there's no cost to it. Okay? Outside people, there will be a cost. All right? If you're in ICO Gold Rush, you pay your $1,099. You get all of ICO Gold Rush, everything in ICO Gold Rush we've been talking about. Plus, there's no setup fee. All right? So, that's the benefits. But we're gonna this is gonna be like talking about. People are gonna find out about this eventually, but they're not gonna be able to set it up. All right. So we're gonna do really well with this, guys. It's extremely profitable. It's passive income. It's done for you, and there's nothing to do. I know that sounds ridiculous and sounds like the holy grail of things, but guys, you know me, I don't bullshit. All right. This is almost a dream come true. Literally, this is a dream come true. And you know me, right? If I say something, my reputation's on the line. I'm not going to say things that are not true. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Jordan. No, this is one-off fee, Jordan. It's a one-off fee of $1,099. There's no yearly nothing. Maybe I should make it yearly. So get on the webinar tonight, guys. We're gonna you can have your questions answered, and we can get this rolling. I've already been doing some research on which investments are the best, and also our resident guru that is doing the done for you system. He's gonna also give you tips on which ones are the most profitable, right? And they're already doing it. Which ones are the most profitable? So you'll be able to pick and choose, which investment's the best for you, and decide how much you want to go into whatever. All right. So yeah, give it. People will eventually find out about this, but they're not going to be able to put it together. They don't have the pieces. All right. We have all the pieces, guys. All right. We have the pieces to already make it happen. For the average Joe, I tried to do this by myself and I couldn't do it. How to put it together? They don't have the pieces. All right. So we have all the pieces, guys. All right. We have the pieces to already make it happen. That the average Joe won't be able to do this, which is better for us. All right. Better for us. More money for us, guys. Like, just like I said about cloud mining, right? You people that would have got into cloud mining 2 years ago, you'd be laughing. But now everyone's got, you notice that there's no Bitcoin mining contracts because now, everyone's got into it, right? But it's already too late. I mean, it's not too late to get into it. I mean, it's just less profitable, right? Same with this. Okay, guys? So when you buy into ICO Gold Rush, you're buying a ticket to basically get with everyone in the community and get with any future projects that we have, right? So that's part of it all, guys. So I encourage you to join ICO Gold Rush because not only will you get ICO Gold Rush, you get this new system plus any other existing systems that come. It's only a one-off fee, right? I think people don't realize what amount of value that's in this ICO Gold Rush course, because I just think it's a course. It's not just a course. It's like I said, we're doing our 28th webinar tonight. Tell me one product on the planet that has done 28 webinars. I can't think of one. Can you? Because the people that sell you this shit, they take your money and they piss off. They're not dedicated. They just want to make money off your back. They'll take your money and then they'll piss off. That's what they do. They don't stick with the people, right? Yeah, okay, with Tron, I think that I think it'll pump and then it'll die down again. All right, so that's what's going to happen. So I don't know, with Tron, it could get up to 10 cents. We saw a massive pump to 28 cents before. I don't think it's going to be like that because the market's down. So don't forget, we're in crypto winter. So it's not going to pump to 28 cents. I think it's probably going to pump to 10 cents. And then it'll die down again. That's just me personally. It's not financial advice. So in 4 days' time, right, they're gonna release their testnet, and this is gonna pump. All right, so you can find it on Binance or whatever you call it. At the moment, it's 4 cents. Now, me personally, I think it's gonna pump to 10 cents. Then, after the mainnet, after the testnet, it's gonna drop back down. Now, I could be wrong. We'll see. But I think it's going to go to 10 cents and drop back down. So what I'm going to do is when this pumps, right, people are going to get excited. Hey, testnet coming, blah, blah, blah. It's going to go to 10 cents. I'm going to place a sell order. So once it hits 10 cents, it's going to automatically sell. And then when it drops back down to, 5 cents, I'm going to buy back in. That's my strategy. Because it's going to pump. We just don't know how much. And then when it does pump, guess what? It's going to drop back down. That's guaranteed. It's going to pump and it's going to drop back down. That's guaranteed in my opinion. Even now, one chain is starting to die off. See, the traffic is at 6,000 volume. It was up at 100,000 at one point. So this has dropped. This could be, the ceiling here could be $4. I hope it goes to $3.50. I'll buy back in. So yeah, to answer your question, I think I don't think it's going to be a major pump because the market's down, but I think it'll pump to 10 cents and then it'll drop back down. So that's just my opinion on it, and you can make your investment decision with that in mind, but do your due diligence. Okay. So yeah, that's what it's about, guys. It's about getting into these things before the masses do. Before they figure it out, like cloud mining, it's not as profitable as it used to be. You need to be at least 18 months into cloud mining before everyone else kind of figured it out. And what we're doing at ICO Gold Rush, we're gonna hit this hard, and we'll again ahead of the masses, right? We're making a lot of money, and then the masses will figure this out. And I reckon probably this will probably take longer, probably maybe a year, maybe less, before the masses kind of figure this out. But I'm telling you now on this webinar, all right, I've already figured it out, all right, and it's going to be profitable for us. We don't want it to be profitable for them, because the more people that know about it, it's going to be less profits. Just like cloud mining, right? More people get into it now, it's less profitable. It's like that with everything. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget to jump on the webinar tonight and get your questions answered. And you guys have a good day. Yeah, if you're still open to ICO Gold Rush, join it. You never look back, all right? You get extreme value, plus all the new systems coming out.
Yeah, trust in the process is essential.
Yeah, guys, have a good day.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo.
See you guys in the moon.
Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle.
Boom.
We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man began, hustle to greatness. Elon's on the phone, he got our wallets a spaceship, but diaries for free. That's if you want to attain it. Spreadsheet can't leak if it ain't coming with payments now. I give the blueprint to build, making the moon the plan. I went from being a lunatic to a lunar land. You day to day it, you make it no matter who the man. My chart is shooting in, tell me if it's cool to land. ICOs, my points mushroom like Marios. I might take it to Mars, my portfolio could bring my whole entourage like I'm Arigo. Because moon in the Lambo, ain't a hater who presume where we can't go. Lambos pulling up in twos like it's tango. Up in the clouds with my crew like I'm Lando. Yeah, just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand. We fly where they can't land. Lifestyle so good I gotta write down. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand. We flying where they can't land. Lifestyle I never gotta lie about. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Yeah, I wasn't always a celebrity. Had to do right till I left you a legacy. Blood, sweat, and tears on this trail like a Cherokee. Business had a mission like Apollo and so heavenly. Mercy, Alago, or Galata with the leather seats. How should I roam from my home through the 7 seas? And one day this wasn't built, I'm not Romulus. Grind to you sitting on a bill with no monikers. This for my mama, I turned up with no thermometers. I strain day after night like the Andromeda. I know what time it is, looking in the sky to lift my spirits. And my spirits, I don't whine, I just grind and get. Yeah, trust in the process is essential. Studying the chart should be the object of your mental. Make the most to get the laser focus like you Diplo. You keep a couple secrets in the tails of the crypto. Keep a couple secrets in the tails of the crypto. Make the most to get the laser focus like you Diplo. Yeah, trust in the process is essential. Studying my chart should be the object of your mental. Moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom and the angle. We'll be coming back to you with the samples. Our predictions coming soon with a halo. The moon and the angels. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand. We flying where they can't land. Lifestyle so good I gotta write down. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Made man who died, read the game plan. They can't stand. We flying where they can't land. Lifestyle I never gotta lie about. Trying out, don't make me pull my drive out. Yeah.